Hello, welcome to my 30-day yoga challenge. Thank you for joining in and welcome to day one. So we're going to begin the practice by finding a comfortable seat. And I'm using a blanket today just to show you guys at home that you don't need any equipment. You can make a home practice with just a blanket, cushion or a pillow. So if you feel like you're falling back in the seated pose, think about lengthening up through the lower back by adding even books, blocks or cushions underneath you. You can lie down as well if you prefer. From here, we're just going to find a comfortable place for the hands, either on your lap or maybe on your knees, and bring the shoulder blades down and away from the ears. So keeping length through the spine, we're going to close down the eyes and connect with the breath. Just becoming aware of the gentle inhale, exhale. Nothing forced. And if you feel any tension in the body, or maybe some thoughts that come to mind, just let them go as you exhale. Feeling the body begin to relax and the mind begin to calm. Bringing some stillness back into your day-to-day routine. So take this time now just to check in and see how you feel, how the body feels. And doing this daily with me, I hope positive things come out of this challenge, making you feel more relaxed and calm, and the body becomes stronger and more fluid. So on your next exhale, we're going to really relax the shoulders. Around the shoulders and neck is a really easy way to store and hold on to tension, especially if you feel stressed. So on your next exhale, deepen the exhalation and feel the shoulders slowly relax down and away from the ears. Making some gentle head circles. Bringing the head all the way round in one direction. And back the other way. Bringing the head back to center. As we lower the left hand, we're going to place the palm onto the floor. Softly bend into the elbow as we exhale and reach up and over with your right arm. Inhale as you lower the chest towards the floor. Exhale as you lift and open, feeling a nice side stretch through the side of the body. Inhale, gently lower. Exhale, lift and lengthen. Working through one more, relaxing into it. Maybe you increase the movement. Exhale as you lift and open. Bringing the body back to seated. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale as we lower down to the other side. Reaching up and over with your left arm. Inhale, bring the chest towards the floor. Exhale, lift and open. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open. Inhale, lower towards the floor, maybe a little bit more. Exhale, lift and open, bringing the body back to seated. Maybe you feel more length now in the side of the body. Inhale, lengthen, keeping the knees relaxed as we slowly walk the hands away from you. Maybe you stay lifted. Maybe you feel sensation through the hips. Bring the shoulders down and away from the ears, keeping the head in line with the spine. Maybe walk the hands further to deepen the stretch. Wherever you are, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, relaxing the head, the shoulders, and the spine towards the floor. As you breathe in, feel the belly press onto your thighs, and as you exhale, release tension through the body. Relaxing and sinking into the stretch. You may notice the body might want to fidget and come out of the pose, but just stay with it. Releasing any tension or any sort of fidgety needs for the body as you exhale. Just staying with it. Relaxing the face, the jaw. And then in your own time, bringing the body back up to seated. We're going to walk the hands away from you now. So they're behind the back of the body. Keep them open if you feel quite tight and restricted in the shoulders. Or you can bring them all the way back so the pinkies touch. Lengthen through the spine and the feet come wide. We're going to rock side to side. Making some movement now through the lower body. Keeping length in the spine. Feeling the hips warm up and mobilize. And then in your own time, bringing the body round to a comfortable all fours. So I'm going to lay my blanket out. If you have a yoga mat, then perfect. But we're just going to find a position where the hands are underneath the shoulders and the knees come underneath the hips. Your spine is neutral. The shoulders come down and away from the ears. So the shoulder blades are pulled down the back of the body. Try and find a neutral spine. The core muscles are engaged. Head in line with the spine, so the chin is tucked. Inhale as you breathe into the belly. Exhale as you pull the belly button through to the spine. Working through a couple of breaths here. Maybe you feel the arms start to wake up. On your next exhale, we're going to bring the hips all the way back towards the heels, coming into your first child pose. The hands are spread, the head relaxes onto the floor, the hips come towards the heels, and you can rock side to side if this feels good for you. Just notice the sensations in the body. Notice where the hips lay. Maybe they lower towards the heels, maybe they're lifted, which is completely fine. Just acknowledge, and then over the next 30 days, each pose you might feel like you're sinking in a little bit deeper as the body begins to open and mobilize. On your next inhale, bring the body up to all fours. Lower the shoulder blades towards each other. The tailbone lifts. The head lifts up, lengthening through the throat. This is your cow pose. Exhale as we press through the fingertips, grounding through the floor. Tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone into your cat. Inhale as we lower, coming through your neutral spine. Lift the chin as we find your cow pose. Exhale as we round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, coming back into your cat pose. Working through one more. This movement is brilliant for people that are working from the desk or driving daily, and you find that you're seated quite often. So you just really focus on the hips, the shoulders, and each time you move through the movement, maybe you get a little bit deeper. We're going to finish in your cat, so pushing up and rounding the spine, keeping the arms straight as we slowly rock side to side, feeling the upper back release. Deepen the exhale and release through the shoulder blades. Really nice. Bringing the hips back towards the heels, back into your child pose. Relaxing the head. Inhale as we bring that left arm through. The palm's going to face up. The hips are high and the head relaxes onto the floor. As you exhale, release tension through the back of the body. Inhale, bringing the hand back to neutral. Exhale as we reach the right arm through, shoulder finds the floor. Hips are relaxed and the head maybe looks up towards the sky. Notice how this side feels compared to the first. Inhale as we slowly bring the body back to all fours. Finding that neutral spine. The core muscles are engaged as we come into your first downward dog. Tuck the toes. Inhale. Exhale as we lift the legs. The hips come high. The shoulders are away from the ears. It's going to come onto the floor. Coming into your first down dog, you want to neutralize the spine. So really lift the tailbone up towards the sky. If you feel like you're rounding and the tailbone's tucked, you want to bend into the knees more and lift the hips higher. From here, we're just going to slowly walk through your legs. See how that feels as we release some tension through the back of your body. Maybe you feel it in the hips, maybe the hamstrings, maybe your calf muscles. Increase in the exhale, maybe through your mouth. And then in your own time, walk the feet all the way up towards your hands, finding your first forward fold. We're going to relax and sink into this forward fold. Bend and soften into the knees if that feels good. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin, soften the knees, and just maybe rock side to side. Noticing how this one feels for you today. And then in your own time, slowly roll up. I want you to mindfully come up through one vertebra at a time, leaving your head last. Notice how the tailbone tucks under, then the lumbar spine, then your shoulder blades, then your neck, and your head lifts last. Inhale as we reach the arms above the head. Exhale as you bring the palms together, bringing them to your heart center, closing down the eyes and taking a moment of stillness. Giving you the opportunity to check in, become present, and just let go of any thoughts. Inhale as we find your mountain pose, Tadasana. The two big toes come together, the thigh muscles engage. Spread the palms to face forwards as an active pose. Inhale as we reach the arms above the head. Exhale as you bring the palms together through the midline as we forward fold. Inhale, looking for your halfway lift. I'm going to hold you in this pose just to make sure we find the correct posture. You can bring the hands onto your shins, onto your thighs, or all the way onto the floor. As we work through the next 30 days, you'll probably find you might reach the floor. Your spine wants to stay neutral, so it's a flat back position. If you feel like you're rounding, lift the hands higher and find that flat back. Shoulders away from the ears, head in line with the spine. Hold for another 2 breaths. It's an active pose. Exhale as we ground the hands, spread the fingers, shoulders come over the wrists, step into a high plank. Engage the tummy muscles. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. If you need to, lower the knees. In your high plank pose, this will engage the tummy muscles. So squeeze your glutes as well on the back of the body. This will help strengthen your core. If anyone gets any back issues, maybe lower back pain, this will help. Hold in for 1 more breath. Exhale as you lower the knees. We're going to bend into the arms. Control the body down onto the floor. Spread the palms. The elbows come underneath the shoulders. Inhale as we push through the fingertips, finding your mini cobra. The shoulders come away from the ears, so the muscles underneath your armpits are active. Be mindful of the lower back. Just check in here. If it's too intense, lower the chest towards the floor. If you would like, press through the fingertips and you can increase the stretch. Head stays in line with the spine. Inhale, feel the belly press onto the floor. Exhale, ripple through the spine, bringing the head down last. Hands come under your shoulders, press up onto your knees. Exhale as we bring the hips back into your child pose. Rock side to side if that feels good for you. relaxing the head. And in this child pose, you can come back to this at any point if you need to. Inhale as we bring your right foot in between your hands. Grounding the foot, spread the toes. The knee travels over the ankle. The heel stays down. Fingertips on the floor. Use some blocks if you feel like you need to lengthen through the spine even more, or if you're at home, grab some books. We're going to inhale and really lengthen here. Be mindful of your back knee. If it feels uncomfortable on the floor, fold over your rug or place a cushion underneath you. Exhale as we gently bring the hips back. Lengthening your front leg. Maybe you bring the toes towards you. Sit back as far as feels comfortable. Maybe the hips stay high. That's absolutely fine. Inhale as you lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly bring that head towards your knee. Inhale, bringing the body forwards to that low lunge. Lengthening the spine. Lift the chest. Exhale as we slowly sit back, picking the toes up, head towards the knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sink into the stretch. Inhale, bringing the body forwards. Bringing the knee just over the ankle as we reach up with your right arm. Open the chest. Feel the spine twist and maybe a stretch through your chest muscles. Exhale as we lower. Stepping that front foot back, bringing the hips back to your child pose. Reconnecting with the breath. Checking in with the hips, the lower back. And with your next inhale, we're going to bring your left leg through. Placing the foot in between the hands. Gently walking that knee over the ankle. Inhale as you lift and lengthen. Notice how this side feels for you. Exhale as we sit back, lengthen your front leg, toes towards you. Exhale, lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink into the stretch. Bringing the body forwards back to that low lunge. Big breath in, lengthen that right hip. Exhale as we slowly sink into that stretch. Toes towards you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Bringing the body back up to your low lunge, reaching up with your left arm, open the chest, feel the twist through the spine, and exhale, lower hands to floor. Bringing that front foot back, finding yourself back onto all fours, making any stretches here. You're always welcome to add some movements or shapes that you might need. Maybe you want to release off the wrist so you can bring the palms up. Maybe you sink into a child pose. Maybe we round the spine like we did before, working through that cat movement. And then in your own time, we're going to work that neutral spine, spreading the fingers, tuck the toes, lift the hips, finding your down dog position again. Think about spreading the hands, shoulders away from the ears, and really lengthen through your tailbone. Soften the knees if you need to. Hold in for 2 more breaths. Really nice. Stay with it. On your next exhale, let's walk the feet back up towards the hands. Release the arms. This time we're going to hold onto the elbows. See how that feels for you in the shoulders. Notice the upper body's heavier now. Decompressing the spine. Dropping the arms. And again, mindfully roll up through your spine. Taking your time. Leaving your head last. Inhale as we reach the arms up. Take a big breath in. Bringing the hands to heart center. The sternum's lifted up towards the sky. Hold in here for another 3 breaths. Maybe close down the eyes. Looking for your mountain pose. For your last and final sun salutation, spreading the toes, engage the thighs. Tadasana as we reach the arms up. Big breath in. Palms together through the center as we exhale. Find that forward fold. Inhale, reach for your halfway lift. Hands to floor, ground them on the floor, step the feet back and look for your high plank. Control the knees down. Inhale as we bend into the arms, pulling through to your cobra. Spread the palms. Stay active through the shoulders and the head's in line with the spine. Engage your glutes. Exhale as we lower, rippling through the spine, palms placed down. Exhale as we press up through the hands, hips come back into your child pose, relaxing the head. You should feel nice and warm now. Nice and open through the hips. And in your own time, we're going to come round to your final posture. We're going to bring the legs wide. And I want you to roll something up if you feel like your lower back is tight. Use blocks or books or some cushions if you need to. Spreading out the legs, so nice and wide. Keep the legs relaxed though. The feet are soft. So this, sitting onto this cushion will just help me lengthen through the lower back. The hips come into an anterior tilt. Avoid that slouchy feeling. So lift and lengthen so you can get a nice deep breath in. Exhale as we slowly lower over your right leg. Keep the knees soft, and if just staying here is enough, stay here for 3 more breaths, or walk the hands away from you and begin to relax the head and shoulder towards your knee. Again, if this is too intense, you can always bend in your other leg and just really focus on this right leg. Wherever you are, hold in for another 2 breaths. And then bringing the body back up to seated. Inhale, find that length through the spine. Keep it as you exhale and lower over your left leg. Again, bending into that right knee if you need to. Relaxing the shoulders, the head, and the neck towards your left knee. And then taking your time to bring the body back up to center. Bringing the soles of the feet together now as we find butterfly pose. Lengthen through the spine, looking for that lift through the lower back. Exhale as you roll the shoulder blades back and down. Maybe you walk the hands forwards, finding a gentle stretch through the hips. Grounding the elbows towards the floor, relaxing the head. Inhale to the belly, exhale, lower, sinking into the stretch. If the body becomes fidgety, just go with it. Release as you exhale. Hold in for another 3 breaths. And then bringing the hands to center. Perfect. Making any stretches or any movements that you might need before we go into your final pose, which is your savasana. So this one should feel quite good, especially after an active, super physical yoga practice, which I will be building you guys up for. So if you have a blanket, lie it down underneath you. You just want to make sure you feel comfortable. If you have a yoga mat and maybe you're cold, just add a jumper or pop a blanket on top of you. So it's a neutral pose. It should feel good, as is the most rewarding at the end of practice. Lying completely flat. So the spine is neutral. The feet are in line or wider than the hips. The palms face up. The shoulder blades are back and down. So maybe lift them and pull them down away from the ears. Close down the eyes if that feels good for you. Becoming present, where there's no stress, no tension, and any stretch on the body. If anything's uncomfortable, you can place a cushion maybe underneath your knees, your head, or your lower back to support. If you feel fidgety, make sure you release any of those sort of movements that the body needs before you begin to relax. And then just begin to settle in. Releasing tension around the shoulders. around your throat, unlocking the tongue, relaxing the temples, your face, feeling the whole body become very heavy and relaxed onto the floor. Giving yourself some love today, where you're just taking some time to become present, rewarding yourself after doing a yoga practice with me. And as the body begins to calm, the mind is relaxed. And the body's only moving because of the inhale and exhale. Lying here for a few minutes in silence. And you're more than welcome to stay here for as long as you like. But if you are ready to wake the body back up, just begin by making gentle movements through your fingers and toes. Any stretches that you might need, maybe bring the knees up towards your chest. Keeping the movements really soft and gentle as we slowly roll onto one side of the body, using your hands to help you as you sit up to your comfortable seat, either on the knees or if you're still led down or cross-legged, find what's best. Bringing the hands to center. Keep the eyes closed if you like. And I'd just like to thank you for joining in today. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Namaste.